Winter float fishing. Should you set floats sensitive or stiff? Tips for catching more fish. Hey everyone, I'm Sam Lee. Today we're talking about winter float fishing, specifically for crucian carp and whether you should set your float sensitive or stiff. Winter changes everything. Fish move slower, bites are lighter, and winter crucian carp have small mouths, so tuning your float correctly is crucial. 1. Float sensitivity. Not too sensitive, not too stiff. A common mistake is going too sensitive or too stiff. Too sensitive, the line isn't taut enough, and the light winter bites want to move the float properly. On windy or flowing water, your float may dance with the current, giving false signals. Too stiff. Using a heavy sinker to resist wind, the float barely moves even when the fish bites. By the time you think it saw bite, the fish may have already spit out the bait. Winter tip. Aim for a moderate float, slightly on the stiffer side. That way, bites are noticeable but not masked by water movement. 2. Basic float setting. Here's a simple, reliable method. Match float mark to depth. For example, float set at 2 marks. Fish with 2 marks, or float at 3 marks. Fish at 3 marks. Avoid exceeding 4 marks. Adjust after baiting. Make sure the float shows the intended mark after the bait is attached. Too high, too stiff, too low, too sensitive. Find the bottom first. Let the sinker touch bottom, trim the shot, then adjust the float. This keeps your line taut, float stable, and signals clear. 3. Small sliding sinker method. Small sliding sinker setups work well for winter crucian carp. Find bottom normally. Slide the sinker so it lightly pulls the float below the water surface. Push the float stop up about 10-15 centimeters. Gives a little movement in the water. Attach bait. Float should show 1-2 marks. Keep the hook line short 5 cm to transmit bite signals faster. Many anglers miss bites because the line is too long. Shortening the line improves sensitivity and bite detection. 4. Gear matters. Line and hook. Choose thin lines and small hooks. Fish have small mouths in winter. Big hooks and thick lines reduce bites. Float. Fine-tipped floats work best. They amplify small bites. Remember, finding the fish is far more important than perfect float adjustment. Once you know where the fish are hiding, even a moderately tuned float will catch fish. Summary. Winter fish bites are light, float too sensitive or too stiff, miss bites. Set floats slightly stiffer, moderate sensitivity. Use small hooks, fine lines, and consider short hook lines. Focus on locating fish first. Float tuning is secondary. Winter fishing isn't about overcomplicating floats, it's about reading fish behavior and adapting. I've been fishing for 10 years. My videos aren't fancy, but the tips are practical and proven. Like, comment, and subscribe for more winter fishing tips. Tight lines, and see you next time.